Hey gang, it's Natchi here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have this look inspired by the one and only Rupaul. I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race, obviously, and this is last night's episode's panel look that Ru was wearing, and I tried my darndest to get it on the nose, and I think she did that. So if you're interested in getting the details on how I accomplished this look, then just keep watching. But before we get into it, hold up, wait a minute, reverse it, flip it down, look, and subscribe to it. Okay, yeah, subscribe to me, please. It doesn't pay my bills yet, but it will one day. So join the Natchi gang and let's get into this video. So today we're doing some RuPaul Glamour. I honestly was going to put on my blonde wig and try and like jazz it up, curl it up, and do all of that stuff. However, it is currently 1:18 in the morning. I feel like you can say it. Yeah, it's 1:18 in the morning. I'll be damned if I'm putting on a wig at 1:18 in the morning. The only reason why I'm filming this, I'm just gonna get right into it with some Milk Hydrogrip primer, is because episode 2 ended, like I'm done watching it, and I want this video to go up like really soon after, but I have work tomorrow and I had something else to do before this, so I'm just like, I'll project out, but like, you know, we move, it's all for the greater good in 2021. Anyways, let's get into this RuPaul Glamour. I really wanted to do the look Ru was wearing last week, but then I thought to myself, and I was like, it's kind of stupid to do last week's look this week when we just saw an episode. So I'm gonna do this week's look. So I'll insert pictures so you can see what I am going for. I'm just going to try and recreate Ru's panel look, because Ru always comes to panel ready to friggin' slay. Like, makeup's always on point. I don't know if Raven is still doing her makeup, but I mean, killer, snatched all of this. Like, even just the concepts behind it, the lid, everything. I already know what I want to do for blush, what I want to do for lips. It's really the eyes that are the hard part, because I don't own something that's that cold. Like, it's very gray. So we're just gonna jump into brows. And then we're just gonna take some tinted brow gel and conceal our brows. So how are we feeling about this new season? Honestly, everyone I talk to, it's like love or hate. I personally love whenever Ru throws some twists, has some tricks up her sleeve. However, I do love the show just as it is. Like, I don't need a whole bunch of drama or theatrics in order to enjoy it. But I'm sure there are people who feel otherwise. And then when it comes to the twist, I am enjoying it. I don't need it. You know what I mean? So, but like, there are some people that like absolutely hate it, and there are other people that absolutely loved it. I love the first episode whole like lip sync twist, because one, I didn't think that Ru was actually gonna send all these lovely ladies home. Like, after coming this far, and you know how many people try, and they try time after time again, I didn't think Ru was gonna send them home. But it did show us, like the viewers, like where some queens, like where their flaws might be right off the jump. Some people don't even lip sync for like weeks, you know what I mean? Like, they do so well at the first challenge that you never see that side of them. And like, look at friggin' Elliot with 2 T's. You got sent home by a lip sync, and people then voted you, but when you got to the runway and you got to the challenge, you were fierce, you did well. Which just goes to show you that the way this competition is as it stands kind of makes sense. Like, the twist that Ru put in place this year, it kind of makes sense, because there are some people who do so well. Like, who am I thinking of? First of all, I'm thinking of Valentina off rip. Like, okay, I'd like to leave it on, please. as well as, is it Nikki Doll from last season? Was it last season? I think it was last season. But like serving looks, but just didn't like kill the lip sync the way you'd want them to when they serve looks like that. I don't know. I kind of think it's perfect. Like I actually am obsessed with the formatting. What I don't like, or I'm not like super crazy on, is the fact that the girls are still separated into like 2 groups. Like that shit needs to end ASAP. I need them all to be together. I don't know, it's just like, it's something about the camaraderie of Drag Race. Like especially in the beginning, they get to like see each other all out of drag, you know, it's just fun. But I also kind of know, again, why Ru's doing this, and it's because in the beginning, some people get lost in the shuffle. Like, yes, Vanjie pulled an Adore Delano and had a hog body her first runway. But I mean, she's fucking Vanjie. Like, if you think about the fact that she went home first, it's like, but there was also a whole bunch of, you know, people that could have gone home before Vanjie. Like it puts everything in perspective. Just grabbing my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. But yeah, it puts it in perspective that like, I think Ru's really trying to keep the girls separate for a while so that the judges can really see what they're working with. And especially by not sending anyone home, they're really trying to see what they're working with. They're trying to give everyone a fair shake so it doesn't come to like final 2 and we're like, how the hell did these people get here? I haven't seen a final 2 or final 3 like that in a while, like in a couple seasons. But I think that Ru just wants to be like unequivocally sure that this individual is America's next drag superstar. So I'm just blending out my eye primer. Yeah, it looks crazy, but I haven't put on foundation yet, so it's not a big deal. I just had too much on my fingers, like wow. So today I'm gonna be using 2 HUDA beauty palettes to create this look. I'm gonna be using the Naughty Nude palette and the Mauve Obsessions palette. I know Ru's look is more gray, but I don't have like a single, I literally just ordered gray eyeshadow tonight. Like tonight, before I even watched the show actually, I was just kind of like, I don't have gray eyeshadow. I also ordered a bunch of greens because I'm like, I don't have like a solid range of greens either. I have lots of pinks, lots of purples, but no greens and no grays. So I literally just did that tonight and look what's expected of me. So I'm gonna start with the Mauve Obsessions palette and I'm gonna start with the grayish shade in there. Ru kind of has like a cat eye, so I shouldn't have packed this on as heavy, but it's fine. Like everything is fixable. This actually might be the perfect shade, or the most perfect shade that I know. To blend out the edges of it, I'm using Arouse from the Naughty Nude palette. I just want to make sure that I have no harsh lines real quick. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm already obsessed with Simone, like 110%. I think like there's everything. First of all, I'm always automatically attracted to Black queens, like off rip, because there's something that's so real about their experience. I'm going in with Spicy from the Naughty Nude palette. Like, especially, like, I don't know, I shouldn't even say especially. Like, there's just something that I love about Black queens. I just can relate. Like, I see myself in them. I think that they're stunning. And I absolutely love seeing their vision, how creative they are. Like, there's just something about them. So I'm obsessed with Simone. First of all, she served in that Janet lip sync and that photograph dress. Like, she did that. She did everything we could imagine, she did. And also she has a personality. Like, it's one thing just to be like stunning, but it's another to be like, listen, I got like everything you could potentially be looking for. I got it. Like, that's how I feel about Simone. Total front runner. Ensure my inner corner is super dark for my cut crease. I'm gonna take a bit of whatever shade this is It's a little bit red, but it's the darkest shade. I just really need something to define my crease. I might actually have a black eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna grab black because I feel like this red is going to just blend nicely, but not do what we need it to do. Who else? Miss Lala Ree. Obsessed. I'm obsessed with people from Atlanta, period. Much less drag queens from Atlanta. Like, I'm just kind of like they just have the personality. That is what they are serving. I'm obsessed with Gottmik, but I'm also like always obsessed with like fashion queens. I actually, you know what? I'm obsessed with any queen that kind of owns their category. In drag, girl knows what she's doing with the makeup brush. She knows what like her aesthetic is. Like, she knows. She's got it down pat. Like, super obsessed with her and her style and her brain, first of all. Let's go there. I hate that people are already calling Candy Muse messy because I'm like, I live for that. Like, where would we be without the messy queens that paved the way? They keep it interesting for us. And I love a thick queen. Like, I absolutely adore a thick queen. Now that this is what we're working with, we kind of have to give it shape because I haven't given it any shape. Go in with your eye primer again on the back of your hand, and you're just gonna cut your crease. You want to make your inner corner really big and your lid even bigger. And then we're gonna go in with Passion from the Naughty Nude palette. Oh my gosh, I'm getting them mixed up. Now, to make this really pop, I suspect that Glitz from the Sephora Pro palette is gonna help, and I'm correct. Just putting that on top. I'm just gonna go in with my blending brush that had the black on it and chisel out my crease a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna take Hypnotic, which is a very soft light brown, and put it on my brow bone. I could have even gone softer perhaps, but it's okay. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. Okay, so the look is inspired by, it's not copy paste. It's not into the other eye off camera and come back. And this is what we look like. So I'm gonna get my lash glue. That's not even smart, but I'm rushing. Mascara. So we're just gonna do our top lash mascara. But anyways, I think we have a strong competition this year. Yeah, I don't see anyone that I'm super worried about or who I don't think is going to perform in one way or another. I think they all actually like really have their strengths. I need like a dramatic lash. Let's just use Boss Lady since they're here and they're semi-dramatic. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I think like Olivia Lux is so adorable. Like, she's like a little drag baby. But she's doing the thing. They didn't see her as competition, and baby girl said, no. You bitches thought you could underestimate me. That's literally what she did. She came out swinging. Yeah, she's literally the cutest thing. I think my only real question is how it's gonna unfold. Like, are both groups gonna meet each other eventually, or are they gonna keep them separate the entire time? Because you never know, they might pull some shit like that. And then at the end of the day, we have like two top twos. They battled it out to be the top three. Now we can start on face. Gimme face. We've already primed, so we're just gonna go straight into foundation. And we're gonna be using the TooFaced Born This Way foundation in Mahogany, a shade that no longer exists. Lovely for me. Some Glow and Glow Co. Liquid Illuminator in gold, and some Farsali Farsali. I'm gonna just say a prayer and hope it's a no. I love a dramatic eye look. Like it always just kind of like comes together for me. Like even if it's chaotic in the beginning, it just ends up working. Concealer. Straight up and over this shit. I haven't added my contour on yet because I want to see how we end up. Okay, so it turned out pretty good. Now we're just going with like a bit of contour. I'm just gonna connect to my eyeshadow almost to my contour because it's not that deep per se, but it's dark in there in those creases. So I mean, let's just get this all to match. Now that that's done, you can just make sure our inner corner is popping, just to be safe. Let's set our face with Fenty's Pro Filter Setting Powder. I want to talk about like what our favorite challenges are. Obviously, Snatch Game. So like we can't even talk about that one. I'm talking about like I just inhaled a whole bunch of this. Do you enjoy like skit challenges? Like I'm not too fussy about them. I love the music, dance, choreo challenges. I also like what they did this week, like the fashion challenges, like when Miss Violet Chachki came down the runway with that ensemble that folded and unfolded into like, what was it, like 2 or 3 different looks? Living. Like I love runway. Aside from anything like lip sync oriented, like, you know. It doesn't look like she's wearing much highlighter. Probably because these eyes are so dramatic. So we're just gonna go in with the Sephora Pro Palette in Deep. And I'm just gonna use Epic to bronze. I'm gonna use Red Carpet as blush, as well as After Party to get a little shimmer. Ooh, that was deep. Painting for the back row, for real. I did not expect it to be that deep. I was watching, I noticed it was very rouge. Like very cute. Like, I loved it. But it was very rouge. So I'm gonna make sure I apply this with a heavy hand. And then I'm just gonna do my lower lash line and add some mascara. Just doing the same things that we were doing up top, mainly with like Spicy and Passion from the Naughty Nude palette. Now for lips, actually wait, let's set our face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And for lips, we're going to use MAC's Chestnut Lip Pencil and Nude Sticks Greystone Magnetic Matte Lipstick. And if you want to make this a little lighter, you can grab something like Oma Beauty's Eartha and pop it in the center. Wow, I feel like I look so friggin' good. And this is the finished look. I have to change it to something more glamorous. This is Rupaul, what are you talking about, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything I did today. And as always, subscribe to me. Join the Natchi gang. I really can't stop looking at myself. It doesn't pay my bills yet, but it will one day. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.